What's going on, guys? So it is a beautiful morning. This is going to be day 2 out here at Bugs Island. Sorry I didn't do a little camp tour last night. I got in kind of late and was just kind of rushing, get everything set up. So I figured I'd give you guys a quick rundown of our little camping situation here. So as you can see, we got the boat. I never even took the camper off the truck. But here you are. This is my old $500 truck camping setup here. It's a work in progress, guys, so don't hate on it too much. I haven't been able to paint the outside of it, and I've still got some work to do to the inside. But it is usable right now. I don't think I have any pictures of what it used to look like beforehand, but it was rough climbing here, so sorry guys, I had to get climbed up in here. So as we can see, it does fit. My truck's a short bed, it does fit pretty good, but I have to have my tailgate down. So walking inside, I redid all the floors in it, and I put this laminate just snap-in floor. It's kind of dirty right now. Again, I stayed in it last night, so got a little 12-volt fridge set up on a battery bank. I believe that's a 1500 watt hour. I'm not sure, I'll have to look at it, but I'm pretty sure that is correct. Might be bigger than that. So I've been running this fridge since yesterday morning on this, and we still have 83% battery left. So like I said, don't hate on me too, guys. I've never done any work like this to any campers or anything. We've got a big 40-foot pool behind, but that's new, so I'll never have to do any work to it. But yeah, went through, redid all the walls, repainted them, put the sink in. It already had the actual bottom in, but I did put the faucet in. Did have an old propane stove that didn't work, so I just went ahead and ripped that out and made that storage. And I've got this nice stained top on it. Gives me a little bit more counter space. Of course, over here I've got my big closet. I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet. I'm just using it as honestly just a storage cubby. I think I'm eventually going to put a door on it, close it off. This is where the ice box used to be, if that gives you an idea how old this camper is. I don't know the exact date on it. I would say it was probably made in the 70s. I mean, from what I've seen, that's what it looks like. Do have some shelving and stuff going on. I thought about putting a TV here, but I really don't need a TV in here just because it's so small. And when I'm using this is just going to be for like, just for like a 1-night or a 2-night ordeal. I did stay in it for the ice bowl, which that was 3 nights, and that was kind of pushing it. I don't know if I would want to stay in it any longer than that. But it did all right. So with 2 people, it wasn't bad. So this right here, I need to get covers for my cushions. I haven't been able to find any yet. I think I'm just gonna have to make them. But this is 3-inch memory foam padding that I cut in here. It's not perfect. As you can see, I do have the cut mark showing up here. But it does a job for the benches, and this also folds down into a bed. It would be bigger if I didn't have the fridge here, but there's the best place I could figure to put the fridge. And I kind of use it as a little bit extra countertop space. But 2 people can still sleep here. You just have to have your feet on this side and your heads will go this way. And then of course we have the bunk up here, which is where I slept last night. It's also just that memory foam padding, and I also have a little sleep mat on top of it. It sleeps all right. It's definitely long enough to like lay in here sideways. You don't hit your head or anything, and I slept pretty good last night. Didn't get, I actually had to turn the heater on, to be honest, so I was kind of surprised with that. I do eventually want to get some blinds and some shades made. Right now, I'm just using Reflectix to cover the windows when I have to. I don't cover them that often because I'm just going to be honest with you, we're the only ones here right now, so I'm not really that worried about it. But yeah, this is, I'll kind of show you. Down here is just more storage, and I keep my little Coleman stove down there. As you can see, the whole thing used to be the wood paneling, and I hated it, so I painted over it. But yeah, so got my Coleman. That's what I used to cook on. I do use it inside. I would not recommend that, but I use it inside, and I'll open up the windows. A lot of times I'll leave the door open. That way I get plenty of fresh air coming in, and I also have a fan I'll turn on. Up here is just kind of like where I keep my groceries and stuff like that. That's just a little fan and my toiletries bag and stuff. That battery will run this whole camper. So I have it plugged up right now, but we're on 120. That's our 12 volt lights. And it also has, this is my little water tank I rigged up. I do want to say rigged, because this thing has no tanks of any kind. It didn't have a fresh water tank. But it works pretty good. It holds 6 gallons of water. Right now, the cap leaks a little bit, so I can't fill it all the way up. If I put 5 gallons in it, it doesn't leak. I don't know. I don't get it. But I gotta get that fixed. It works really good though. I got it hooked up to a pump, water pump right here. Pressurizes a sink. It works really well. Sorry, I got dirty dishes in here. I'm gonna do it when I get to the house. But you can see that's like an old style sink right there. And I just made this cover to go over it again, just to maximize counter space. So again, guys, this thing is not anywhere near done. I just I got it usable, and I just kind of wanted to use it a little bit and see what needed to be fixed, and kind of go from there. So this is going to conclude our little camp tour. Like I said, it's not really much of a tour. Give you guys a look from this side. It doesn't look too bad on the truck. My truck hauls it great. That is one thing I love about it. I was afraid I was going to have to put airbags on the truck, but I mean, it just barely even touches the helper springs with this thing on here. So I'm not worried about that at all. I would like to eventually get some newer jacks for it. These are pretty wobbly, as you can see, but these jacks are like $400 a piece on Amazon. And I'm like, my thoughts on it is, okay, I'm gonna have to invest, I mean, $1,600, depending on what style you get, $1,600 to $2 grand on jacks when I've got less than that in the entire camper. So not really sure what I'm gonna do about that yet. But we've had the boat plugged in all night, got everything pretty much ready to go. I'm gonna jump off here and get camp cleaned up, and we should be hitting the water here before too long. Hey guys, what is going on? It is day 2 out here on Bugs Island. Conditions are not favorable right now. It's pretty cold and the wind is blowing. It's not crazy, but it's probably somewhere between 5 to 10 when they were saying light and variable. So that's how it always is out here though. So the lake has come up a lot overnight. The water's super muddy and there is trash literally everywhere on the upper end of the lake. I've been out here, I've actually been fishing for probably about 20 minutes. I just want to go ahead and get all the rods out. And we haven't had a single bite yet. So we might have to do something a little bit different today, guys. It's all this water coming in the lake might have messed these fish up. Especially with all this trash. Here, let me kind of, I don't know if you guys can see, but all out through there. I mean, there's just logs and trash everywhere. I'm actually having issues pulling boards because there is just so much trash up through here. But we're gonna give it a shot. I figure thought I had a bite there. Nope. figure we'll at least give it an hour up here and see what happens, and maybe we'll run down the lake into some cleaner water and try it down there. Worst case, I mean, best case, we get on some fish. Worst case is we're not on the fish, but at least we're out of this trash. I mean, this is ridiculous up here, guys, and it's probably going to do nothing but get worse all day because the wind's actually blowing opposite of the current. So current is flowing down, wind's coming up, and all this trash is just kind of just sitting here. It's not going anywhere. So I think that probably is going to be the best option for us today. I was hoping we would have the same wind we had yesterday, but that's not going to be the case. But either way, we'll give this a shot for a little bit, and maybe we can get the first fish in the boat here. If not, I will see you guys at the next spot, which will probably be down lake. If that doesn't work, worst case scenario, I've said that a lot, but worst case, we can always revert to anchoring, which I'd rather pull boards today because it seemed like that was producing more fish yesterday. But I mean, it's a different day. So it is supposed to be warmer today, and I'm hoping these clouds will kind of burn off as the day goes on, and maybe we'll get some blue skies again. But who knows what's gonna happen. Look, I almost got a rod hung already. Just to give you guys a little idea of what I'm talking about when I say trash. That's a whole log right there floating down. I mean, and there, I mean, I'm just looking, I know you guys probably can't see, but all the way across through there is just stuff floating everywhere. We're kind of in a little bit of a clear patch going up toward the front of the boat. But as of now, we've been pulling for probably 30 minutes and we haven't got a bite yet. Look, that's skill right there. You don't see many anglers doing stuff like that. Probably just because they're not dumb like me and they're not up here fishing in this stuff. Oh, look at that. First fish of the day. And he pulls off. Well, can't get them all, I guess, but maybe that's a good sign. So guys, I was talking about these alpha boards yesterday. Oh gosh, where's my planer board at? There it is. Don't let it go out too far. One thing I do recommend on them, I don't know if I mentioned it yesterday, is the clips that they come with. Change those things out, guys. I like using, I think I did mention to change them out, but I don't think I mentioned what clips I use. I buy the Scotty clips off of Amazon. I believe it's Scotty brand. They're like a lime green color almost. And I use those on about every one of my planer boards. And they work just awesome. Sorry, I'm looking at this board. There we go. I can't run the spread out as wide as I was yesterday because of all this trash. But it's not too bad. But yeah, guys, the Scotty clips work really, really great if you want the style that does release. If you don't, then the alpha boards do come with the red clip with a little nub in there. I think it's just like a little standard clip. And that will work good for you. But it is not the style that it just clips on, the style that it comes with instead of like the lever that clamps it down and locks it in. So it's not as secure, but they do work really well. I don't like them, so I always change mine out. If you're looking for a good clip to use though, the Scotty clip is a really good one. So just thought I'd get on here and throw that out. Guys, look at all these fish I just marked on the side scan. That's not a fish. I believe that's a log. Let me pull up the big view. I don't know if they're fish, but they look like fish with the speed that we were going and their shadows. Got them all spread out through there. Let me pull up the down scan. Yeah, there's that stump or something we marked right there. I'm sure I'll find it, don't worry. But yeah, there is definitely some fish in here, guys. It's just a matter of if they're hungry or not. We're going across them pretty steadily on the fish finder. Look, you remember that stump I marked? There it is. Look, that's how accurate that low rance is. Check my bait, make sure I didn't lose it. Anytime I get really, really hung up, I always pull my bait in and my hook and make sure that it's still hooked on there good. More importantly, make sure the hook's not messed up. I've actually, a funny story for you guys. I was up here fishing with my buddy Chris another time. I believe it was last year, like in November or something like that. Look at that. A little toy ball right there. Anyway, kind of in the same spot. We were more over toward that bank line pulling boards also. And I hooked into, I don't even know honestly how I got it in the boat. I hooked into one of those PVC crappie attractors. And I wish I would have got it on video. It was hilarious. But anyway, I was acting like I had a monster fish on. And I was yelling at him. I was like, get the net, get the net, get the net. It's a monster. And I knew what I had. I thought it was a big stick or something like that. But I got it to the back of the boat and that thing came up and he was pissed. He was like, I thought you had a world record on or something. My point in that is that there's a lot of brush piles and crappie attractors and stuff up here. So we got something going on with this. I think it was just getting hung. But there's a lot of stuff to get hung up on up here. That's why it's very, very important that you use just the right gear for this. A good Santee rig or a float rig of some sort to keep your hook up off the bottom, and then a good dragon weight, like a takedown dragon weight, or there's others out there. I just from using them, I just prefer the takedown weights, especially the new version of them. It's got the flotation up top. Those seem to be working a lot better than the older style. So, look at that. If I'm not mistaken, that is the legend right there. That is Mr. Timothy King going up the lake. He's actually, I would call him probably the best guide on Bugs Island, Curry Lake. You don't really see him up here that often though. It's kind of interesting. But he's got a sweet boat though. He's got a Excel Stormcat. That thing will fly. I mean, it passes my boat like it's just sitting still. 440, yeah. So we probably got maybe another 45 minutes of fishing and we're gonna have to start heading in because I want to get the camper set up before it gets pitch black dark. And I'm not at the campground. I ended up putting it at a different ramp today. A little bit closer to where I wanted to fish. Tomorrow I probably will put in at the campground.